Rise, brothers and sisters of Skyrim, true Nords, proud Nords with fire in your hearts. Who controls you, An empire who submits to foreign threat, who tells you who you can't worship, next how much ale you can drink, what swords you can't use. No, that empire does not control me. I live free or I die. And there is a man who can lead us back to our independence. It is the Bear of Markarth. It's Ulfric Stormcloak. Today, I will be listing my top 5 facts about Ulfric, so let's get into it. Starting off with number 5, Ulfric spent his childhood studying the way of the voice. See, because he's dragonborn, when he was just a boy, he was chosen by the Greybeards to come and learn from them, to grow these skills, to harness the power of the Thu'um. At such a young age, this took incredible focus, and certainly patience. He trained with them for almost 10 years, but you know what? He was strong. He showed great promise. In fact, he was planned to become a Greybeard like the rest of them. Until something happened. 4E 171, the Great War begins. The Dominion, led by the Thalmor, begin to attack the Empire, and Ulfric can't stand the thought of being cozy high above the clouds, unable to help, so he leaves. He joins the Imperial Legion to help fight in the war. And Arngir hates this. He doesn't want Ulfric using the voice in combat. He thinks it should only be used for the worship of Kine. But Ulfric, he wouldn't hear it. The time for talking was over. Number 4, Ulfric was used as a weapon for the Thalmor. See, as he was fighting in the war, he was captured during the Dominion's attack on the Imperial city. He was then interrogated by Elenwyn, the Altmer ambassador, for any useful information, and during this, they learned he was an incredible resource. He was the son of the Jarl of Windhelm. He could be a major asset in the future if they ever tried to take over Skyrim. So they did this. They made him believe the information he gave up was critical in the Dominion's success at taking over the Imperial city, even though it wasn't. It had already fallen before he ever started speaking. He was then allowed to escape back to Skyrim. Now, if you read the Thalmor dossier on him, it explains their plan worked accordingly. They wanted him to feel guilty for the Thalmor's victory, and then create some kind of unrest in Skyrim for the sake of revolution, hopefully to rise against his enemies and correct his mistakes. Of course, now, he's done that, and they're locked in a horrible civil war, and Skyrim is greatly weakened. Perfect to be attacked. Number 3, his decision to create the Stormcloak Rebellion was sparked after an event known as the Markarth Incident. During the war, an army of Bretons known as the Reachmen took over the Reach of Skyrim. Hrolfdir, the previous Jarl of Markarth, promised Ulfric that if he could wipe them out and return the place to Imperial control, then he would allow the free worship of Talos anywhere in the city, and this had just recently been banned by the Dominion by their terms of victory. But Ulfric wanted that, so using the power of the Thu'um, he and his men retook the city. Great battle ensued, and as promised, Talos worship came back. But only for a very short time. See, the Imperials knew the Dominion wouldn't like that, so just to please Ulfric, they tried to keep it under the radar, but it was hopeless. The Thalmor did find out, so they came to arrest Ulfric, and Hrolfdir, wanting to avoid yet another war with them, personally helped them do it. This was betrayal at its meanest, and Ulfric, furious at all he had done for him, referenced this as the moment the Stormcloaks were born. Number 2, Ulfric missed the death of his father. See, after the last incident, he was still in prison by the Thalmor. He had allies smuggling information to him, and this is how he was told that his father passed away. This is also how he was able to send out his eulogy for his father's funeral. But locked up like that, he's dealing with the betrayal of another Nord, with the guilt of a Dominion takeover, and now the death of his family. The fury that's been building inside him is going to burst. So eventually he gets released from prison, and when he returns to Windhelm, the entire city is crying out. They want revenge. They want justice against the Thalmor. And now that the son of their previous beloved leader has returned, they appoint him the new Jarl and fully expect a rebellion. The Thalmor, and now the Empire fitting snugly in their pocket, have to pay for what they've done. And number 1, Ulfric killed the previous High King of Skyrim. In the 4th era, 201, he challenged High King Torygg to a duel, and this is because he was sick of Imperial rule. He felt the Empire had betrayed Skyrim, and if he could defeat the High King in battle, it would clearly show how weak the Empire has become and how incapable they are at ruling the people. So, one-on-one, they fought. Ulfric, using his voice, managed to push him onto the ground, and then coming from above, drove his sword downward, deep into the ground, chest plate cracking under the pressure. In front of the entire Court of Solitude, the High King had been slain. Now, certain people on the Imperial side denounce it as nothing but murder, while certain people on the Stormcloak side said it was a perfectly fair challenge from the old Nord way. But no matter what, Skyrim is now without a king, and Ulfric's dream of re-establishing an old, authentic Nord way of rulership to Skyrim, it's now becoming a reality. And there you have it, my top 5 facts about Ulfric Stormcloak. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And down below, please tell me, what are your thoughts on this man? Alright, thank you very much for watching, And now I've got another speech to give. We've got more recruits coming in. If you'd be willing to join the effort, we really could use your strength.